Okay, well, I somehow did it again where I don't know what happened. I deleted a video that I put up. I don't know what happened. Maybe I just talked into my computer screen. Again, so this video should come before the one about randomized choices. This is the video that should be it should be under the title multiple choice exams in LaTeX multiple choice part 1. That's what this should be. I don't know how I screwed it up again. Apologies. Okay, so this is kind of like now a prequel to the video that you have seen, which is the sequel. Or whatever. Okay, so let's say we have this question. What is the derivative of e to the x squared? And let's say we want there to be, we want this to be a multiple choice question. Okay, well, just the normal way of doing this is by doing, instead of having, well, there's a number of ways we could do this. I could start by begin itemize, and I could have a list of choices here, so like item, whoops, let's say the correct choice would be 2x e to the x squared, and then let's say an incorrect choice would just be, let's say, x squared e to the x squared. Whoops. Okay, and of course you can figure out, what other distractors you might want to put there. And it's going to look something like this, and we could use the enum item package to make these, letters. Now, hold on one second. Okay, so instead of itemize, in the exam package, there's this thing called choices. And so it's going to be begin choices, end choices, and then these are going to be choice and choice. And so when I recompile it, we'll get A and B, and if you had more, it'd be C and D. Now, one cool thing about this is you can do correct choice. And if we recompile this, if we come up here, find the print answers. Okay, so print answers on. When we recompile this, okay, we know this is going to be the bold answer choice. Okay, and so this is great because now if I don't want to print the answers, all I have to do is comment this out, and I have something like this. Okay, so I'm very in favor of having having one document and then just changing, or having one LaTeX file, I should say, and then just changing settings in that LaTeX file to sort of affect differences in the output document. Because if you're doing anything else, you're going to have to maybe copy and paste things and stuff like that. I think is, for me at least, is bound to cause confusion and is bound to cause errors. Sorry, phone call from my wife. Okay, so this is what we have here. And then, of course, let's say, another correct choice. I mean, this is probably a very strange thing to put on an exam. But just to show you, you can have different correct choices. We all have x squared here and 2x, and then recompile like this. But you have to spell correctly, which I often have a hard time with. Okay, so now we have something like this. Okay, so this is one thing that we could have. Excuse me. Another thing that we might want to have is instead of letters, we might have checkboxes. Let me show you what I mean by that. So something like this. So now the check means that's the correct answer, of course. And if you want to see what it looks like when they're all when they're all with the circles without the answer, we get something like this. Now I use Gradescope, and sometimes I will give my students an extra Gradescope bubble sheet, but sometimes I'll just give them something like this, and they will fill in the answer choices, and then Gradescope can grade it. I don't know if you guys use Gradescope, but it's something that I find helpful. Hello. Okay. So that's one thing. So one other thing that I want to show you is called the one-part choices. So this is going to give us, I'll do it slightly wrong and then slightly right and show you what happens when you do it slightly wrong. Okay, so this is going to give us just a horizontal line. So if you want to, it's going to be like that, see. Now, really, you would want you might want these answer choices to be on the line below. That's why I say it's kind of wrong. Maybe you want them there, maybe you don't. But if you do enter, you can get something like this. And now this will help you fit your exam onto one page if that's something that you're interested in doing and wanting to do. Now, one thing that I want to talk about now, and you have already seen if you've watched the video about randomized choices, is that if you write two different versions of the exam, then you need to have two different answer choice orders. So maybe for version 1, I'm going to get rid of this one. And I'm going to put another wrong answer here. So x e to the x squared. Okay, so I will recompile this. And I'm just going to go back to choices instead of... I've never used that other one. I don't think. I always just use choices. So if I recompile, I get something like this. Okay, so maybe for version 2, I'm just going to kind of randomly... see that mistake that I just made? So I made a mistake because I meant to cut this whole thing, but I didn't. And so stuff like that. See, I'm already messing things up because I'm... See, what am I trying to do here? I haven't explained what I'm trying to do here, and I'm already making mistakes. What I want to do is I want to scramble these answer choices up. So I'm going to cut this, but I made a mistake cutting it. And I'm going to move it like this. Okay, and in principle, I'd have to go through and do this for every answer choice. Okay, so what does this mean? It means I'm going to have one LaTeX document with version A, one LaTeX document with version B, and so on and so forth. That gets annoying to me, and I just made a mistake there, and so I would hate to risk either deleting the correct answer choice or making there be multiple correct answer choices, or doing something like, or when I don't mean for there to be multiple correct answer choices, or like corrupting the correct answer choice, like deleting it too, or something along those lines. Okay, so in the next video, we'll see how we can use randomized choices to make that a little bit better. But if you don't want to use that, then you can just literally go through and scramble everything up. Okay, that is all that I want for this video. Again, sorry that it's posted. Sorry that it's going to be posted when it is.